Hello everyone, I'm Suresh. Email or messaging is a mission critical application. When email is down, business is down. And so companies need to invest in the best email system for their own good. When it comes to email systems, Microsoft Exchange is heads and shoulders above all other email systems. In this video, I'm going to show you why Microsoft Exchange or MS Exchange is the world's best email system. I will cover the strengths of MS Exchange in the different areas as shown in this slide. I have included Outlook as it is the preferred client software for MS Exchange. As you can see from the slides, the areas which I intend to cover are fairly comprehensive. I'll give you an idea of how this solution really stacks up in these following areas. First, let's discuss how flexible Microsoft Exchange is in terms of deployment. If you wish to deploy MS Exchange, Microsoft offers you multiple options. First, we'll discuss Microsoft Public Cloud. In this option, you consume MS Exchange as a service and pay Microsoft monthly rentals for the number of users. Here, Microsoft will host the Exchange in their ultra modern, highly secure data centers which are distributed all over the globe. You therefore get geo redundancy and uptime guarantee of 99.99%. Microsoft calls it Microsoft Online Services, and the service is called Exchange Online. Partner Public Cloud. Now, what if due to some company or regulatory reasons you do not want your data to be hosted outside your country, example India, where your head office is located? With Exchange, you could look at hosted service offered by a company having data center services in India, for example, in your own country. You will find many Microsoft partners offering hosted Exchange services. Customer Private Cloud. Supposing you are operating in a highly regulated environment and public cloud is not an option for you. However, you like the concept and the flexibility of the cloud. Microsoft can then give you all the tools you need to set up a private cloud, and you will then use MS Exchange in that environment. Customer on-premise. If your company wants to host the server's hardware and software internally in its premises, then you can purchase Exchange software licenses and get it implemented on your server hardware from a partner like us. This is how MS Exchange was used until the option of cloud came along. This option works very well for companies, many companies, as long as you have a very good partner like Techgyan implementing it. You effectively have three options to choose from. If you have less than 75 devices or mail users, then the preferred option is Windows Small Business Server. This is a packaged solution consisting of Windows Server, Exchange Server, and SharePoint services. Its pricing is very attractive so that companies using the same do not feel the pinch. For larger companies, you have Exchange Standard and Exchange Enterprise. Between these three solutions, that is Small Business Server, Exchange Standard, and Exchange Enterprise, you can literally cover customers from 5 users going up to hundreds and thousands of users. Hybrid of on-cloud and on-premise. Supposing you have 500 users, out of which 100 are those who have some regulatory issues, then you could have those 100 users on-premise and the balance 400 can be on the Exchange Online public cloud. Customer on-premise OpEx model. This is a very new interesting model where the customer gets the server hardware, the software licenses, antivirus, backup, all on-premise, but the customer pays the vendor a fixed amount per user per month. Thus, he gets the on-premise solution but without incurring any capex and gets it on the totally OpEx model. So what we see is that Exchange can be used in multiple ways depending on what works best for you. Thus, as a customer, you have a choice of deployment. Over next few slides, we shall examine the aspect of user experience. This slide shows the richness of the user interface of MS Outlook, the world's favorite email client and the personal information manager. Now this slide looks identical to the previous slide. Have a look. When you notice carefully, you will see the browser web address tab. That's when you realize that this is not Outlook on a PC but Outlook on a browser. We call it Outlook Web Access, or OWA for short, OWA, OWA. So from the user's perspective, the email experience, whether offline or online, is the same. Let us now examine how we can enhance our productivity using Exchange and Outlook. Outlook has terrific search capability built in. You can search email, contacts, or any Outlook item in a flash. The advanced option for search enables you to make a search query a lot more granular. You could include even keywords in a search. Microsoft has now implemented its version of the email conversation view. As you can see in this slide, the highlighted mail has 5 responses. They are not bunched in one email but appear one below the other. This makes it very convenient to view a particular mail in a conversation thread. Here you see the emails sorted as per the time they were received, with the mails received last being at the top. So why has Microsoft included a normal view and a conversation view? 2 reasons according to me. First, some people find conversation view confusing and prefer a regular view. Second, and I believe a more important reason, is that conversation view bunches all emails with the same subject together. Now we know that many of us are sometimes too lazy to change the subject line. So if we have to send email to someone, we just check the last email received from that person and click reply and type text and send. This email would have contents totally different from the subject line, but conversation view will still bunch it together. Therefore, the choice of normal email makes a lot of sense. So essentially, Exchange gives you the choice of views. Now this is huge. In Exchange, you can grant access to any folder which is a part of your mailbox to any colleague of yours. This takes collaboration between team members to the next level. Exchange gives you the option of delivery and read receipt. So the delivery receipt indicates that the mail sent by you was delivered to the recipient's inbox. A read receipt or a read receipt will tell the sender that the recipient has read the mail. Using your email, you can do a quick poll within your company. Once all the users have given their responses, the system will automatically tabulate the responses and give a quick summary, allowing you a very fast decision making. Exchange allows us to create folders and subfolders. Here's what I do. I generally make a main folder for a fiscal year, let's say 2010-11. Then within that folder, I make subfolders as per my requirement. So even when I take a backup, it's far easier to do that for a particular fiscal year. And restoring an old email is also a lot easier this way. In Exchange, I can decide to share a particular folder with, say, person X and another folder with, say, person Y. If you get a mail on which you have to follow up next week, Exchange has a useful feature by which you can right click on the mail, select follow up and then say next week. The mail thus selected for follow-up then appears in the to-do list along with the pending tasks. This ensures that you always remain on top of your to-do list. For many people, there are certain tasks which are repetitive in nature. For example, a finance person may be required to submit certain statements to the bank by the 5th of every month, or a salesperson may be required to submit the sales funnel to his manager every Monday morning. Such repetitive tasks can be set in Exchange and Outlook such that on the appointed day and the time you get a reminder, and once you complete the task, the new task is auto created on the next appointed date of that task. Very, very neat. In Exchange, if you set a task reminder on Outlook and you happen to go out, then at appointed time you'll get a reminder on your mobile. There is a seamless integration of tasks between the Outlook, the browser and the mobile. In Exchange, I can assign a task to someone else. If that person accepts the task, it automatically appears in his taskbar. No data entry is required to be done. Exchange allows you to share a task list with a colleague or even delegate it to your assistant. So imagine you are on the road and your colleague updates your task list with the new details. The updated data will then get synced with your mobile. Delegate access is much more advanced feature than just sharing your Outlook folders with other folks in your company using Outlook with Exchange. If you want to grant additional permissions, such as allowing a delegate the ability to create email messages or respond to meeting requests on your behalf, you must use delegate access. When a delegate has send on behalf permissions, the delegate can compose an email message and enter the manager's name in the from box. Recipients of the email message will see the text delegate name on behalf of the manager name next to the from. When you are the one granting access, you can choose how much or how little access to your calendar or inbox you wish to grant. So do you really need it? Here's my take. If you're really busy, if you have lots of appointments to make and to respond to, and if you're going to be sending out a good amount of mail, if you have access to an assistant of any kind, you should consider this feature. It's a great built-in feature of Outlook with Exchange, so why not take advantage of it? Remember those distinct 3M yellow sticky notes? Got an idea? Put it on a sticky note and paste it on a desk or the PC. These sticky notes are now available in Exchange and Outlook. What's more, you can even share these with your colleagues. Let me explain this with my example. I have shared my calendar with some members of in our office. If I am not in office and a customer calls up wanting to meet me, the staff will immediately open my calendar on their PC and check my availability. If I am free, they will book my calendar, and within seconds the calendar in my mobile gets updated wherever I am. All this is done without even talking to me. Scheduling Assistant is a great help in scheduling a meeting within the company. It really takes the pain out of fixing a meeting. Customers who use it just love it. So you are a sales manager and are meeting a lot of new customers and exchanging visiting cards, but you're so busy that you cannot find time to add contacts to your PC. With Exchange, you can delegate this task to a junior member of your team who can then update all contacts of your mailbox from her PC, and immediately you'll get these contacts synced over the air with your mobile. Every country has its own set of public holidays. With Exchange, you can quickly import public holidays of your country and update that list in your calendar. What you see here is a calendar showing October 2011 as Gandhi Jayanti. Too bad that it is on a Sunday. One more holiday lost. Supposing you have an important customer in Arizona, USA, and you may want to be in touch with him at multiple times during the year, but you don't wish to call him at odd hours. No problems. With Exchange, you can add multiple time zones to your calendar so that one view gives you the time in your city and the time at your customer location. Now let us look at the aspect of mobility and see how Exchange offers better value. With Exchange, you get a complete two-way sync of mail, calendar, contacts, notes and tasks on all popular smartphones. So if you add data on the PC or on the phone, it really does not matter. Exchange also offers you capability to wipe data from a lost phone. This ensures you lose your phone but not the data. This is real peace of mind. You also get a picture ID with BlackBerry, iPhone and Windows Mobile. So if you add a picture of your contact in Outlook, this will sync with your mobile device over the air, taking user experience to a new level. Now let us look at how we can enhance our mobility and work from anywhere, any device. OVA login. You can access your mail, calendar, tasks and contacts from any PC with internet in a web browser. This is the OVA login screen where you can just log in your credentials and get into OVA. Even on a browser, you have host of options available. You can reply, forward, create rules, and just about do anything that you can do on Outlook. Microsoft has developed a wonderful technology called Activesync, which enables Exchange features on mobile devices, and it is available from multiple vendors and not just Microsoft. If you have Activesync on your mobile and GPRS, then you can sync your inbox, sent items, contacts, calendars and tasks. And if you have Outlook mobile, then your complete Outlook gets synced without cables and instantaneously. So your PC, your browser and your mobile are always in sync. Life in sync. Very convenient. And if your mobile has Office Mobile, as does a Windows mobile phone, then you can even edit Word, Excel, PowerPoint files without having to worry much about document formatting. You can search your complete mailbox and even check a mail which has come a year back. In short, access your complete mailbox using just your Windows mobile phone. In a Windows mobile, if you get HTML mail, as we all do, when you reply, the HTML formatting does not change to text. When we go out of office, we normally put a out of office message in our mailbox so that users who send us mail know that they can expect a delayed response. This has to be set on the mail server or on your Outlook of the PC. Sometimes when you are in a hurry, you may forget to put this message before you leave your office. With Windows Mobile, you can put out of office messages using the mobile phone. Windows Phone also allows you to send data to your company contacts in a global address list. What happens when you lose your phone? Now, statistics show that on an average, a person loses a mobile at least once in his lifetime. But many of us are above average in this respect. Losing a phone, a mobile, is a financial loss for sure. But losing data on the phone is a calamity, as data could fall into wrong hands. If you lose your Windows phone, you can immediately go to your OVA and click on Wipe Data from Device. This ensures that you lose only the device and not the data. Once you get a new device, getting all data back takes just about 10 to 15 minutes. Now let us see how you can ensure regulatory compliance using Exchange. Compliance is becoming very important due to the regulatory environment, where the onus is on the company to produce email when required by the regulatory authorities. With managed folders, a user can organize messages into Outlook folders that are provisioned and managed by the administrator. An automated process scans the inbox and these folders to retain, expire, or journal communication based on the compliance requirements. By enabling compliance using ethical walls, you can prohibit communication between members of distinct distribution lists, add a disclaimer to any message being sent externally, or blind CC the compliance officer anytime a specific message or a phrase appears in the subject or the content of the message. You can put storage restrictions on individual mailboxes to streamline your storage requirements. You also have the ability to take a backup of your task list. Data on the server and the desktop. The incoming mail goes to the user mailbox on the server. A copy of this mail then comes to the Outlook of the user. So at any time a mail exists on the server and on the desktop, well, a desktop can crash. Even a server can crash. But can both the server and the desktop go down together? Highly unlikely. You can set up a supervisor account using the journaling. This can be triggered per database, per distribution list, or per user. All messages can be copied to this account, or just those sent internally or externally. The copied messages can be archived to any SMTP address, including an Exchange mailbox or a Windows SharePoint services site. This feature is extremely useful in preventing data leakage via email. Using advanced functionality, you can have a mailbox of a user replicated on another server. When the primary mailbox goes down, the replicated mailbox automatically takes over, giving you a fantastic high availability experience. Exchange is an ideal solution for companies which have multiple offices. Let's see how well it fits the bill. Suppose you want to set up Exchange server within your premises and not on the cloud. What you will do in this case is that you will set up the server in the head office. In the branches, you will just set up local PCs with Outlook using inbuilt technology called as Outlook Anywhere. This will enable the user mailbox, which is made on the head office server, to sync with the Outlook of the user in the branch office. Just internet is needed to achieve this. What it means for the company is that at branches you do not need people with server expertise to manage emails. This cuts the cost of email management, and since all mailboxes are present on the server, it ensures that you can take a single backup at the head office for users who are spread across multiple locations. And if the user in location A sends a mail to user in location B, the mail travels only from one mailbox to another, and then a copy goes to the user Outlook. This ensures that the intra-office mails get delivered fast. And if you go for a cloud-based exchange solution, then every office is a branch office, literally. Meaning that the only thing you need to do then for any PC anywhere is to configure Outlook of your desktop with a simple set of instructions. Simple and sweet. There is a powerful junk mail filter available in OVA. Over time, it keeps getting better and gives you almost spam-free email. You can also set up junk mail on Outlook of your PC. This is more powerful as compared to the junk mail folder of OVA. I personally prefer to use OVA filter, as it will also filter junk before it hits my mobile. It's less powerful but more convenient. What you see here are various junk mail options which, if used properly, can give you almost spam-free email in your inbox. That was all about Exchange. Now something about Techgyan. We are Microsoft Online Services Partner Advisor. Our core expertise is in Exchange and SharePoint. We are one of the foremost Microsoft certified small business specialists. In the year 2007, we won a worldwide award as the Small Business Partner of the Year. We have also recently won the Best Technology Solution for 2010-11 from Microsoft for India West. About myself, I am a Microsoft certified sales specialist for Exchange. I was a part of a worldwide advisory council of Microsoft partners for 2 years and was designated as a partner area lead. In 2009, Microsoft nominated me as a most valuable professional. I am also the founder of India West chapter of International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners. This is present in more than 40 countries all over the world and is the largest association of Microsoft partners in the world. Our company Techgyan has been delivering exchange-based solutions since quite a few years. We offer exchange-based services across the complete life cycle of the solution, starting with the ordering process. For an on-premise solution, our services would cover sizing of the server hardware, supply of the software, supply of the hardware, set up the Exchange server, migrate mails from the older mailing system to Exchange, user training on Outlook and Exchange features, help desk, ongoing maintenance of Exchange server, ongoing support to users on Outlook and Exchange. For cloud-based Exchange solution, our services would cover assistance in placing the order for the online subscription, deployment of the solution, migration of old emails to the cloud-based solution, ongoing support for users on their Outlook, follow up with Microsoft on email and phone on the support tickets for various support issues. I'm sure by now you are convinced that Exchange based email system is the system for your company. Get in touch with us for a proof of concept to understand how your company can benefit from using Exchange based email system. On this slide you will see details of host of resources we have created for your benefit. Do make a note of the same and check them out. Listed here are the contact details. If you wish to get in touch with us, there are various ways you can do so. Check out what works the best for you. I thank you very much for listening to me. Have a wonderful day